YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. Doing this live feed real quick. Y'all would never guess where I'm at right now. Yeah, once I get out the truck, I'm gonna show y'all where I'm at. I named this video pulling back the curtains. Yep, we pulling back the curtains today. We gonna reveal some truths in this video. We revealing some truths today. A lot of y'all snipers I know where I'm at. See that? Frito-Lay. I can't get no Frito-Lay. I don't want to show too much because this is a private property, so I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm just going to show a little bit. See that? Frito-Lay. They got an orange box right there. Somebody forgot they load. I don't want to show too much. They might kick me out of here. See that? I'm at Frito-Lay, y'all. If you're doing a live load and you're an outside carrier, you gotta come over here and drop your trailer so the yard guy can come and get it. You gotta pull to the side over here. But yeah, we pulling back the curtains. By the Walmart with the guard shack. Yeah, y'all know where I'm at. I'm in Fayetteville, Tennessee. And yeah, man, trucking is something else. Like I said before, I got this load for $18.85. This load going 700 miles. It's paying 18. This load paying $18.85, basically $1,900. It's going to North Carolina. And I had to book the load. I kept staring at it. I was like, man, don't even book this load. Shit. I was looking at some other loads. They had a bunch of loads going down to Florida, out of Dalton, Georgia. They had a bunch of loads going down to Florida. I was trying to get them for $2,500 or $3,000, but the brokers, they wasn't budging. One broker offered me $2,000 to go from Dalton, Georgia, to go all the way down to it's way down in Florida, like Riviera Beach, Florida, somewhere. I think it was Riviera Beach, Florida, or something like that. On the board, they had 1,800, and I was like, nah, y'all gonna have to do better than 1,800. So I told the broker, usually when I go down to Florida, I told the broker I'll do that load for $2,500. And he was like, nah, man, I don't know who you got paying you $2,500 to go down to Florida. I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't say nothing to him. I just got off the phone in a professional manner. I just got off the phone. Hold on. Got to make sure my brakes on. Mess around and pull the mess around and pull the thing on the fifth wheel and the truck go rolling off. But I told that broker I would do that load for $2,500. He came back and said he was real sassy with me with an attitude, and he was like, you know, he didn't cuss or nothing, but he was just real sassy. I don't know who you got paying $2,500. I didn't say nothing back. I just told him what my rate was. He didn't take the rate, and he came back with $2,000 for the load. I told him, I kind of, you know, stumped around and stammered a little bit. I got on my phone and I was looking at, I started calculating, okay, the load goes 550 miles. They came back with 2,000. And you already know you're gonna have to deadhead out of Florida. Your chances of deadheading out of Florida is very high. So I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to deadhead out of Florida. So I was like, okay, I need to get 1,200 a day on this load, because I'm gonna run down there the first day 550 miles, and then I'm gonna have to come out of there for 550 miles. So I'm gonna need 1,200 a day on that load. I try to do 1,200 to 1,300 a day. So I told the broker 2,500, and he came back and he said 2,000. I was like, 2,000. I don't know if I can do 2,000. Can you meet me halfway? 2,350, 2,300. He was like, no, all in, the best I can do is 2,000. I was like, okay, I appreciate it. Have a good day. And then he said some smart aleck junk under his breath. He was just like, man, you need to go back where you came from. I don't know who you got paying 2,500. I was like, I didn't really say anything. I was just like, okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Because, you know, I know what these loads pay. You know what I mean? I know what these loads pay. You know, sometimes I'll take a load paying less than what I think it should, but I've been in this business 10 years, and you know, I know what these loads pay, and I know what I'm able to get. So, I mean, a lot of guys, they're like, you know, I bump into guys that be pulling dollar freight, you know, $1 a mile for loads and stuff like that. I'm like, why are you running your truck on $1 a mile? Why? That's crazy. You're crazy. Like, why are you doing that? You know, I already know, bare minimum, I need $1.50 a mile. Deadhead and everything, $1.50 a mile. So there are some times where I pull a load that's paying $1.60, $1.70 a mile. But for the most part, I try to shoot for $2 a mile. I'm leased on the Traveloco, so I try to get about $1.15, $1.20 a mile to cover Traveloco's cut. So, you know, usually when I'm looking at a load, I try to get at least, you know, $2.50, $2.25 a mile, $2.15 a mile. That's what I try to shoot for. But if it's a load that I really, really want, I may make an exception and take the load for less than what I want to get it for, you know. And there be times I get loads $3.50 a mile, $4 a mile. But for the most part, when I'm on the phone with a broker and I'm negotiating, I'll be like, hey, you know, I'm trying to get $2.25 or $2.50 a mile. That's what I'm trying to get. But yeah, man, we pulling back the curtains today, man. I used to run loads out of here all the time, man. Frito-Lay is one of Snyder's biggest customers. You can pretty much run around the country and book nothing but Frito-Lay loads on the choice board. Once you start to figure out where the Frito-Lays are relative to where you're delivering to, you can pretty much pick up a Frito-Lay, deliver to the Frito-Lay, and then maybe 20, 30 minutes away, pick up a Frito-Lay, or sometimes you can pick up out of the same Frito-Lay that you deliver to. You know, because like right here, there are two in this area in Tennessee. There are two Frito-Lays next to each other. In Palatka, Tennessee, Pulaski, however you say it, in Fayetteville, Tennessee. There are two of them. So if you got a load coming up to Fayetteville, Tennessee, and there's not no loads coming out of Fayetteville, you can go. When you're looking at the board, if the loads are available and the pickup times are right in the window that you're going to deliver in, you can pick those loads up. You can pick that load up out of the same area. And then, you know, Jonesboro, Arkansas, all you guys know about Jonesboro, Arkansas, and you guys from Snyder. Ohio, what else? It's a bunch of Frito. There are Frito-Lays all over the damn country, man. And then you may pick up a load that's one of Frito-Lay's customers. Like Frito-Lay, they have outside customers. So you might pick up a load of cardboard or something like that. Or you might pick up a load of cheese. Or you might pick up a load of plastic, the bag material, the plastic bags that they put the potato chips into the bags. You might pick up. I picked up a load of that one time for Frito-Lay. I picked up, like, if you study Snyder's board, man, you can stay in Frito-Lay's lanes and just book Frito-Lay's all day long. Get me a fucking truck. Put my app in it, Charlie. Yeah, Travel Local is all right, but the idea, don't focus on Travel Local. Get on Google, go on Craigslist, and try to find small mom and, I keep telling y'all, find small mom and pop trucking companies. Okay? Small mom and pop trucking companies. That's what you're looking for. You know, a small fleet of trucks where what I noticed at Travel Local, when you're dealing with a small trucking company, they don't worry about a lot of the bullshit that a lot of big carriers worry about. They worry about a lot of, like these big carriers worry about a lot of stupid stuff. It's just, to me, it's just stupid. It's like you end up wasting a whole lot of time. You trying to make money for your truck. And like I noticed, like with small trucking companies, man, they about this money. They're about making money. They're about revenue. Like when you get your dispatcher on the phone, y'all team up together and like we strategizing on how to best bring revenue to the truck. Okay, we got this load going over here paying this much. You don't want to go over here. You know what I mean? This revenue. Hey, you can do better. Revenue. Cost per mile. Revenue. Like at Snyder, they don't talk about that kind of stuff. Their philosophy and their mission statement is different. So, like Snyder don't care if you got $1,000 load that takes 5 days to run it. They don't care. That's not what their creed is. That's not what their like. For example, at Travel Local, if I book a load that's $1,000 that takes three days to deliver, my dispatcher would call me or he would tell me, "Hey man, 3 days for $1,000, man. What's going on?" He'd be like, "What's going on, man? What are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a difference, man, when you at a carrier that's about business. You know, you about business, making money. Okay? And I talk to guys at other small trucking companies. They're pretty much all the same. It's about business, running the loads and making money. That's what we're here for, man. You know, of course I'm gonna be safe. Of course I'm gonna abide by the laws and the logbook and get the load there safe and take care of the customer. But at the end of the day, we're in business to make money. I'm not here to run loads for free. Okay, I'm here to make money. Okay, so it's it's just a big difference, man. So that's what I want to stress to y'all. I want to stress to y'all. I don't want all y'all to come running over to Travel Local because, you know, um, Travel Local isn't the answer. Small trucking companies is the answer. Okay, you want to get leased on to a company, small trucking company. I mean, small trucking companies are not for everybody. You know, for some people, they like a big carrier like a Snyder. Like me, I don't. That's not what I care about. You know, all the stuff. That's not what I care about. But, but yeah, man, I'm at Frito Lay, man. Okay, so Tr. I can't pronounce your name. Tr. Mc. Somebody called me from a restricted number. Um, Tell me, do you got your own truck and trailer? Are you leasing a trailer? Are you going to buy a truck and trailer? Um, Tell me about that. Just got your own truck? Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, man. Don't get no truck through the company, man, because they pretty much charging you double on that truck, basically, and they pretty much charge you double on the truck and trailer. They're leasing trailers to guys for $1,000 a month when you can go get your own trailer for like 500-600 a month, and then you make more money. These guys in here, guys in here is something else. But yeah, man, I'm at Frito Lay. I had to drop my trailer over here. I'm in the live load section. I'm in the live load section. I had to drop my trailer over here and bobtail on the side over here and sit down. New house, what's going on, man? Um, a new house. You was at Snyder for a long time, man. Um, have you ever ran? I used to run that Frito Lay up there in upstate New York, in Binghamton, New York. You know about that? I used to run that load going down to Jonesboro, Arkansas. That paid. I think that load used to pay about 1,300 going down to Jonesboro, Arkansas, out of Binghamton, New York. I used to pull loads out of there all the time. Um, but yeah, man, guess where I'm at? Look, look, man, I'm at Frito Lay, man. I'm getting live loaded, but you know, um, Frito Lay. Last time I checked, Frito Lay don't take too long to live load their trailers. You're probably looking at a good hour and a half. It's not too bad. Like, man, what are you doing, man? Truck drivers are something else. Um, Hold on, y'all. I'm just watching this guy, man. He acting like he just got his damn license, man. Of course, they grabbed his trailer first. I was in here before he was. This guy acting like it. He first time driving or something. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm at Frito-Lay, man. This load going 700 miles. $1,900. Man, 1,900 to go 700 miles. And at Frito-Lay, when I was at Snyder, there was a small portion of Frito-Lay loads that were live loads. Like in Atlanta, you got open. If you pick up a load out of Jonesboro, Georgia, Frito-Lay has got like a little small warehouse over there in Jonesboro. Those loads are live loads because it's a small work. Man, this dude making me nervous, man. Man, park your truck, man, and be still. Truck driver, something else. But I'm going up to the house tomorrow. 203 miles, 1,100. Yeah. How's the freight in NC? Good rates. God damn, man! Like you don't gotta get this damn close, man. Damn. North Carolina, I've been running through North Carolina. Are you talking about the Snyder board or having your own authority? The rates with your authority, or leased on to like a small company. When on the public load boards, I've been seeing rates in the Southeast right around two. I mean, it's basically what you can negotiate. That's what it all boils down to. It's whatever you can negotiate. So, I mean, I've been able to negotiate right around anywhere from $2 to $4 a mile. That's pretty much what I've been able to negotiate on spot market freight. And that's what I'm doing. It's pretty much spot market freight. I've been able to negotiate about $2 to $4 a mile. I say average is about $2 a mile. I would say average, $2.50 a mile. The short runs pay the most. Pay more than Snyder. Short runs, I've been seeing a lot of short runs. 200, 300, 400 miles, paying anywhere from 1,000. Anywhere from $800 to about $1,200. I ran a load a couple days ago that went 400 miles for $1,200. I never ran a load like that at Snyder. There have been times I ran loads at Snyder for $1,200, but it was like once in a lifetime situation. I see those kinds of loads like that on public load boards, DAC 123 board all the time. It's just a matter of what you can negotiate. Because I'll see the load on the load board, and they had a load posted for like 800, 700, and I'll call them up and I'll be like, man, I'll do that load for 1,500. And then sometimes if you just call in on it, they'll give it to you. They'll be like, they'll say this right here. They say this classic right here. They'll be like, yeah, that I don't think we ever paid out that high on that load, but I'll put it in anyway. And then they'll put the load in, right? And then they'll put me on hold for about a minute or two, and then they'll pick up the phone and say, okay, I'll send you the rate come. Like I've done that. I mean, you just gotta be confident in what you willing to run your truck for. Do not ever lowball your truck. Don't ever lowball your truck. Do not settle for nothing less than what you feel your truck is worth. If you feel your truck is worth $1,500 to go 300-400 miles, tell them the rate that you want. You call up on a load and it's going about 400 miles and you want $1,500 for it, you just tell them, man. You just tell them. I mean, if they won't pay you $1,500, see if they'll come back with $1,450, $1,425. A lot of brokers, they come back with an oddball rate, about $1,360, $1,369 or some junk like that. Nope, I shoot for the sky. Yeah, man, you just tell them, like, man, I see you got this, I call up a broker, I'll be like, hey, I'm with Travel Loco. I'm calling on this load. It's going 200 miles. I want to make an offer on this load, $3,500 to go 200 miles. I can't do 3,500. Can you do 3,100? I mean, it be like that sometimes, I've called on some loads and I was feeling froggy at the time. And I just threw a high number out there and I got the rate. You just gotta be, you just gotta tell these brokers what you want, what's for your truck. That's all. Don't be lowballing your truck, man. You killing them? Nah. If you don't, you just got to know your deadhead much. I mean, tell you the truth, man, I haven't been doing that much deadhead. I say, since I've been over here Travel Loco, I say 90% of my loads pick up and deliver in the same city. I'm no more than maybe 10, 15 minutes from the load I just delivered. You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting, man. It's very interesting. I need them to come on and put my trailer to a door, man. I don't like this shit. Because I was in here before this guy and they ran his trailer in. It's all good. I'm going to get this 1,900 plus detention. These boys ain't running like me. I mean, it's like, look, man, look. Here's the deal, man. When you in business, man, $2 a mile, and got a deadhead 60. Nah, man. Nah, Tony Ross. When I say $2 a mile, I mean deadhead included. So when I call up a broker, or when a broker calls up me, whichever comes first, because I post my truck on the board. So whichever comes first, either I go on the load board or, a broker's be calling me. While I'm on the phone with them, I'll have my calculator and they'll call me up about a load. Yeah, this load is going here, it's going 500 miles, blah, 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 blah. And then if I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I'm 100 miles away, I include that in the rate. So I do 500 plus the 100 deadhead, and I'll do 600. I'll do 600 miles times, whatever the rate is. So 600 miles, I'll do 600 miles times 2. That's basically $1,200. Now, I'll usually add maybe $300 more just to cover the haggling. So if he calls me about a load that's going 500, and then I add my 100 miles of deadhead, that's 600 miles to run that load. When I say $2 a mile, that includes deadhead. So, and I try to add maybe $100 more to cover the cost for Travel Loco, because they taking out 12%. So for a 600-mile run, I'm looking for about 1,400. So a $1,400 load, that'll cover the cost for Travel Loco, my deadhead, and so a $1,400 load, 1,400 times 88%, I'll get 1,200, which will give me my $2 a mile. So you got 600 miles times 2. You know, it's $1,200. So when I say $2 a mile, $2.50 a mile, and stuff like that, $3 a mile, I say all deadhead, everything out the door. So that's what I'm talking about. Because it costs you to run that load, and like a lot of guys, like they don't get that. So they'll get a load that's $2 a mile, but then they got a deadhead to it, and then you got to pay your carrier his percentage and all of that. You got to compensate for all that stuff. I told a broker straight up one time. He was like, "Hey man, this is the best I can pay on this load, $1,100." I was like, "Well, I asked for $1,350 on the load. No, I asked for $1,400. I asked $1,400 on this particular load, and the broker came back. He's like, "Nah, the best I can do is $1,100." And I told him, I was like, "Well, I'm leased on to a carrier. I got to pay a percentage. So when I tell you $1,400, I got to factor in my carrier's cost. So that in reality, I'm only getting, $1,250 for the load." So I tell brokers that all the time. And sometimes they give you the rate and sometimes they don't. So, like if a load is going through some back roads or you hitting some tolls, you tell them. He's like, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, the 1,100 is the best I can do." I'll tell them, "Man, I need 1,600 on this load." While I'm talking to him on the phone, I'm sitting there, okay, I'm on Google Maps. Okay, it's picking up here. Where's the load picking up at? Are there any lumper fees? And I'm like, okay, okay, it's going from here to here. And I'm looking at Google Maps. It's going through back roads. Is all this extra work that your truck got to do. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna need about 1,600 for this load. He's like, "Nah, I can't do 1,600. Well, I'm looking at Google Maps. I got a deadhead to pick the load up. I got to go through back roads. I got to do all this extra stuff. So I'm just calculating, what it takes to run the load." I'm talking to him. This is what I'm telling the broker. So it's just like when I tell y'all the numbers, I'm telling you out the door, cost per mile. Anywhere from $2 to $2.50 a mile. Some cases $3.50 a mile, $4 a mile. But for the most part, it's right around $2, $2.25 a mile, $2.30 a mile, $2.15 a mile, something like that. See, 912 West, see, you're the reason why these brokers be having these cheap ass loads. I told my boy like that because my boy, his truck and trailer is paid for. And like he be taking these cheap ass loads, paying $700. He be running like $700, $800, $900. I can't run no load for no $700, $800, man. I need $1,200, $1,300 a day. You know what I mean? I don't care if your truck and trailer paid for or not, man. You need to demand the the highest rate possible for your truck. It don't matter if your truck and trailer is paid for. See, 912 West, you leaving money on the table. You running a load for 200. I know you're not running loads for 200. I know you bullshitting. But real talk, if a load pays from the customer, say a load pays $2,000 from a customer, from the shipper, and they broker that load out to a broker. The broker takes $300 off the top. That leaves $1,700 to go to the driver. So you trying to tell me you would leave $1,500 on the table? You would take that $200, the broker keeps $1,500. You trying to tell me you would keep? No, man. You need to demand the highest rate possible for that load. That's what you need to do. Just because your equipment paid for it, that don't mean nothing. You need to demand the highest rate possible for your load, because that's the reason why the rates are so cheap. Because these loads pay more than what these brokers say they pay. But a lot of guys run around with their truck paid for, and they can afford to run 600 miles for $800. They can afford to run 600 miles for $700, $900. Man, that load that's going 600 miles, you need to be getting about $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 for that load. Okay? Just because your truck and trailer paid for, or you got very low expenses, that don't mean you ought to water down the rate. That, you know what I mean? That don't mean you got to water down the rate, man. You need to ask for the highest rate possible for the doggone load, man. Don't do that, man. You messing up the business, man. You messing up the trucking business like that. Yeah, I know he's joking, but you know, it makes good content. You know, it makes good content. I'm sure he's joking about that. You know. Okay. I mean, I haven't had any problems getting the rates I've been getting. Talking about I ain't gonna get no work. There's plenty of loads out here, man. Because that's why I don't worry about it. Because I know it's just a matter of time. I'm scrolling down the board that I'm gonna find that load that's paying me what I want to run my truck for. So, I mean, I say average. I've been averaging about 1,400 to run 500 to 600 miles. So that's what I've been averaging. This load here paying 1,900 to go 700 miles. You know what I mean? The load. Hold on. I was gonna go through my thing. The load before this one paid $1,600 to go. No, $1,650. It paid $1,650 to go 600 miles. The load before that paid $1,360 to go 600 miles. I equate that $1,360 load to go 600 miles to me being in a dead area. I was just in a dead area. I was lucky enough to get that load. The load before that one paid $1,000. No, it paid $1,050. That load went 380 miles or something like that. It paid $1,050. The load before that paid, I forgot what that load was, but you know, the point is, you know, you want to run for at least $250 a mile. $2 a mile is the bare minimum. I mean, sometimes you just might be in a dead area. You might just have to take that $1.60 a mile load. But it's like, you know, you don't want to get out here and start pulling watered down freight, man, because you start getting in the habit of doing that. Before you know it, you might as well stay at Snyder. You might as well go and be a company driver pulling dollar-mile loads, man. You want to be able to make enough money to pay your equipment off. You want to make enough money to pay your trailer off You want to make enough money to put back for maintenance. You want to make enough money to save for retirement. Go on a trip. You know, that's what you want to do. But no, I don't have that idle free bullshit. Don't have that idle shit. I got a Thermo King APU, man. The board. What board you talking about? 1, 2, 3 low board? That? Snyder Freight? What board you talking about? Coyote Logistics? It's a bunch of load boards out there. C.H. Robertson load board? Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of load boards out there, man. Yeah, see, Tony Ross, you gotta equate, because a lot of the brokers, they pay zip code to zip code. So, they don't pay you to go around 285 in Atlanta. And you gotta factor that in. That's why I usually when I put an offer in on a load, I offer just a little bit higher to compensate for bullshit on the load. So if they got 1,500 on the load, I'll come in and say, well, I do the load for 1,800, and then they might come back. Okay, well, the best all in is the best I can do is 1,650. Okay, I take that 1,650. That's $150 more. I'm getting on the load than was posted. Making sure that I'm staying at my my minimum rate to compensate for the bullshit. But yeah, we pulling back the curtains today, man. We pulled back the curtains today. That's the country we live in, man. It's paperwork. You run these loads, man, and like this guy right here. He's a JB Hunt driver. I used to run for JB Hunt. I know he probably making about 40 cents a mile, 45 cents a mile. That truck belongs to the company. But it's crazy because it's just like, you go and get your own truck and trailer, man. I don't know what his load that he's about to pick up running, but it's, like I had to leave that company driver stuff because it's just, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but it's just like, once you start hearing how much these loads pay, it's just crazy, man. It's just like, it makes me sick to my stomach. You know what I mean? It's just like, ugh. It's hard for me to go to work every day knowing that the company made $5,000 on this load and they sitting up here giving me $200. It's very disgusting. It don't make you, like, for me, it's just hard for me to go to work every day knowing that. You know what I'm saying? It's just sick to my stomach. I'm gonna get a big radio and trailer. You don't need no big radio. I mean, tell you the truth, you don't really need no trailer, tell you the truth. You can lease, I mean, there's some carriers out there that pay 90% of the gross rate and you pull the company's trailer. Yeah, man. running a business, man. That's how it is. You let the customers pay for this shit. You shouldn't have to come out of pocket for running these loads. But yeah, man, I'm just sitting up here waiting to get loaded, man. Waiting up here to get loaded. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. It's 45 minutes. I did two live videos today, and thought I'd pull back the curtains, man. Frito-Lay load. Frito-Lay. But everything's included when the truck moves. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.